has probably already covered it, but I'll go over it one more time for you. Obviously, this young man has some tremendous athletic talent, but it's what he has made out of it through his hard work and dedication. It was all the two-a-day practice that Coach Apple put him through. But more than that, it was all of the individual workouts that he was doing himself for the last 7 or 8 years that has gotten him to this point. And it's that willingness to sacrifice and do that daily grind that has gotten you here and has gotten you drafted. And what has been so wonderful for me in the last week is talking to different people and getting their Ty Johnson stories. And they are just like Coach Apple said. He is a young man who has been a giver and has been trying to take care of others for a long time. And I can tell from my brief encounters with him, I can tell that that's something that's going to continue in the future. And for his mother, let's give this young lady a lot of credit. Because we all know the sacrifices that it takes to be a parent. And we understand that she has made those sacrifices for this young man. And she's raised quite a wonderful young man. So congratulations, Tracy. I had to throw that away. I already said that. And George said that. Did anybody say he graduated in 3.5 years? You think about what an average college student goes through and to graduate in 4, and what he did with all the practices, team meetings, road trips, and to graduate in 3.5, that's remarkable, and that tells you that he really has his priorities straight and that he understood what his job was at the University of Maryland. And I don't want to compare GPAs with him. It would be, I'd probably lose that battle too. All right, you all been hearing a bunch of politicians talk all day. Now it's time to hear from Ty Johnson himself. Ty?
One second.
1 second.
I was just handed this a couple minutes ago. Bob Walker, our kicking coach, who's had a lot of struggles himself with prostate cancer and Parkinson's and knee replacements, hip replacements. He gave me this, which I think is very appropriate. People will say stuff about, Todd Apple and 40 football, but Ty's done this Ty's way and worked his way to make sure it was done through hard work from Ty Johnson. No one else can take credit away from anybody. Ty Johnson is the one who did it. So here's what Bob Walker made a plaque. It says, and this is so appropriate: Ty Johnson, always earned, never given.
I really wasn't expecting to, say a whole bunch, so I'm gonna kind of spitball what's going on in my head a little bit. I just want to thank the mayor, the city of Cumberland, the commission, the board of education, everyone. I want to thank y'all for coming out here and supporting me. First, also go ahead and give y'all myself a round of hand. I appreciate it. But you know, I hear all this stuff. Honestly, I didn't even remember my stats, to be honest. You know, it's just one of those things. I just play ball, man. I don't really get in the midst of I have this many touchdowns or this or that. Honestly, I didn't remember half that stuff. So you know, maybe it's because I played football for a while. I don't know. But it's been a rough, long road, and it hasn't been easy. Like Coach Apple said, and what Bob Walker he gave me, always earned, never given. It's been rough, and I can't tell you the endless nights and days of just working out and studying, doing all that. It's been really rough, and you know, I still got a long road ahead of me. You know, I'm still not there. And one of the things I'll tell y'all, I mean, I hope Coach doesn't mind. Coach Patricia at the Lions, he asked me, do you think you've made it yet? He asked me that, and I said some other words, but I was like, nah. I was like, I got a lot of work to do, and when I think I've made it is when I'm chilling on the beach with my family, not having to worry in the world, you know what I'm saying? So this football stuff right here is just temporary. NFL stands for not for long, you know, so I can make mines while I'm there, but you know. It's definitely been a long road, and I want to thank my mother also for being one of my main supporters and everything. My niece Jayla, right here is my niece. Julius, I don't know, my sister's back there. She's definitely been a big supporter of me too. And you know, Coach Apple, I could go on about Coach Apple, my mom, my sister. Coach Apple definitely has been a big father figure to me. I mean, my mom's definitely been a father figure to me because she's a single mom and everything, but she's definitely sacrificed a lot. But Coach Apple, you know, sometimes you need that male role model just to get over the top, and Coach Apple is definitely that person for me, and I'm really grateful for him and my mom. And you know, there's a lot of things he taught me about being a man and handling my business, you know, and taking care of family and always, you know, staying in the Bible, praying, and just working hard. And at the end of the day, like, I'm not some anomaly, I'm not some freak of nature. You know, I've just had the work ethic, and anyone can get that work ethic. It just takes a mindset. And when you have that mindset, nothing's impossible. You know, the sky's the limit. I have on my chest, I have a tattoo, Luke 137. It's for God, nothing's impossible. And I believe if you believe in a higher power and you have that work ethic and that mindset of, you know, keep working and that commitment of not letting anyone tell you no. Trust me, I've heard a lot of people tell me I can't do some things. They told me I wouldn't make it in college, said I wouldn't get drafted, said I wouldn't be a successful running back in college. And you know, you can never take no for an answer. You know, stay in a higher power and everything, and it's going to work out for you. And I forget where I was going to go next. But I wanted to say, like, for the little kids and, you know, the people that have aspirations, I don't care if you're older, younger, whatever, you can always do what you want to do with your life. You can always achieve your dreams and whatnot. This is just another dream of mine, you know. I still have plenty of other dreams, you know. Like, I want to be able to train athletes and everything after all this is done, you know. So I definitely have milestones I want to, you know, achieve. But I feel like if you're a young kid and you just look, you don't even have to look at me, just look at other people and how they've been successful. If you try modeling that and have that blueprint in your face and you get that blueprint in your mind, there's no telling what you can do. If you want to be a senator, or, you know, you want to play in the National Football League, you want to do whatever, put your mind to it and you'll have great success. And I just wanted to say thank you again, and appreciate y'all coming out. Thanks.
And that would surprise you how humble this young man is. Not at all. Not at all. That's wonderful. I want you to know that the city of Cumberland, the residents of Cumberland, will always be here for you, Ty. We look forward to you coming back, you know, after a few successful seasons, as many as you have. But now I'm gonna, you know, I know a lot of people are here and they probably want Ty to sign something for them. Well, I'm gonna ask you all to do one thing before you ask him to sign something for you. There is a poster over here in the DDC tent. Now, I'd like for everybody that's here today to sign that for Ty, so that we give something to him for all that he's given to us throughout his career. You know, he really, Ty didn't really want this today. He wasn't looking for the accolades, and I think that speaks volumes about the young man. So that's our program for today. Please hang around, talk to Ty, get your picture taken with him. You might be able to con him into signing a few things. You know. I'm going to wait until I get something that says Detroit Lions and Ty Johnson, and I know what the right number is before I have him sign. Thank you all very much for coming down today. It was a wonderful turnout, and I think it was a great event. I wish I could have done a better job doing my part, but thank you very much for being here.
Christy over there.